just sits there. Or you build a tank, or you build a Humvee. Now,
And it kills somebody.
you have to ask yourself, why do we keep building more and more and more? And in fact, there's a curious thing about Iraq. Having been over there, it reminds me. We have 150,000 soldiers over there. And we also have 150,000 contractors.
Yeah.
Now, if a soldier's paid $50,000 and a contractor's paid $100,000, why isn't it more sensible to hire another soldier than to hire a contractor for twice the money? And that's going on all over Iraq and in fact, all over the world. We are contracting things out that ought to be done by our own soldiers and would be done in a much more reasonable and cost-efficient way. So if you look at this budget, there are a million places where you can find places to save money. If you care about
for a
that.
moment, will the gentleman yield? Talk about soldiers as opposed to contractors. I'll never forget the hearing in which General Petraeus was asked how much he makes, and I think he makes about $170,000 a year for managing a whole lot of people and a whole lot of equipment. And then somebody wanted to ask Eric Prince, who's the head of Blackwater, how much he makes. And he makes about quite a bit more than that, definitely millions.
Millions.
And so, I mean, and he runs an operation quite a bit smaller than the United States military and a comparable force. So even when it comes to the leadership in the military arena, we're contracting military leadership, and we're paying them a whole lot more than we are those soldiers who are at the head of our military and who are really doing the real hard work and can't just walk away. And it's not just about a dollar or cents for them. I mean, when you made your observation about contractor versus soldier pay, that was another image that stuck in my mind. And I yield back to you.
Well, I think that is the whole thing that we have not seriously looked at for the last 7 years. We have been spending. We've had budget after budget, supplemental budgets. They come in and say, we need another $30 billion. We need another $70 billion. We're going to use $50 billion for reconstruction. We're going to use this. But no oversight.
Right.
They've been putting that money out there, but nobody has been actually looking. And that's why you get control towers, as I said, built out in the desert for $14 million. And nobody says to themselves, gee, what's that about? Who did that? What was that all? Well, it was a contractor. You know, I don't know if it was KBR or which one of the contractors, but we let a contract to somebody to build a very sophisticated control tower and we talk about the bridge to nowhere in our infrastructure. We complain about, somebody puts a piece in the budget for a bridge somewhere. We put military things out like that, and we don't even ask a question.
Well, wait a minute now. If the gentleman will yield, you've hit on something. Why has it been somewhat taboo to discuss the military budget? What is an operation that would make someone shy about asking tough questions about military expenditure? Does the gentleman from California have any views on this?
Well, first of all, there's a big fear of looking like you're not patriotic around here. The second thing is, it's very embarrassing when you ask the question and nobody has the answer, and you're talking about billions of dollars. And that's why Barbara Lee and I have been working with the GAO to have the DOD implement the over 2,000 recommendations that they've made, that the GAO has made to the DOD to cut waste, fraud, and abuse. So they now know they have to do it, and we are counting on those cuts of those 2,000 wasteful expenditures in our Progressive Caucus budget.
Well, Congresswoman, we've just been joined by Congressman Sam Farr, who's a member of the Progressive Caucus. And Congressman Farr, tonight we've been talking about the progressive budget and how the defense budget.